We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. Season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Tavon Austin now from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Walker now, first and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On second and 11 now. Lock. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was well over 100 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to me.
From the 30 on second down, Winston. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-zip.
14, Saints nothing. Michael Dixon with kickoff.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to the knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. They go play action. Winston. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll continue to watch the updates in that one as well as the other games going on in Week 5 of the NFL season. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Saints.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Block off of play action. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Well, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-0.
Seahawks 21. Saints nothing. Michael Dixon, the kickoff.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And if he rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Saints nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Off the play fake, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the 31, Locke. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Play action. Now it's Locke. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The first down throw for Winston. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He completes it to Olave. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
On 2nd and 10. Winston, he's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the counter with Washington. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Play fake. Winston. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they keep the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now to the ground, here's Walker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Locke. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To throw again on second down. Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football in town. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, it's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Winston. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. First down, Winston. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jameis to throw it. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Always got some breathing room. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Saints 10.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Locke exits on 4th down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A give to Kamara running right. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Winston. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
You'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second down, and it's Kamara again. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Caught on the slant, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The Lutz will look to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Seahawks take over first down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead, late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And Walker once more. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll run for it. It's Walker. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They run once more with Henderson. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stop for a loss.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. First and 10, Eason completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Eason's throw into the hands of Lockett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy game right there.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now a throw here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Eason to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Eason. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
Here's Eason off the play fake. And this is going to be intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing after the interception. Eason. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Eason sets to throw it. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Stafford. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, the Rams at 1-10 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
About that, and a crazy situation we just saw there. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, it's Henderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Well, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Eason's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Eason. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Eason. And he finds Penny. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the draw, this is Henderson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here's Henderson. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. .35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Seahawks 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. And some room to roam now. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. There he goes, right side. The 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have retaken a third-quarter lead. They'll try and run it here. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun is Eason.
That's caught, and again it's Goodwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Well, it's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a handoff up the middle. Cottrell, and the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And they will take over first and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
On second down, back to Henderson.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a two-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
On first down, Jacob Eason.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Freddie Swain from 21 yards away.
And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game.
26, Seahawks 21.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Henderson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, it's Henderson. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw, Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Eason going to drop the throw for it. That's caught, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Play action. It's Eason.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Will Dissly, 49 yards.
And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now Myers for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 36, Rams 26.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Eason.
He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Stafford. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
1st and goal, Seattle.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments.